decision on one starting spot, whether it be Nate or Earl?
Nate.
What went into that decision? What was the determining factor?
Evaluation, games played, production so far for the preseason camp.
Why the decision to keep 3 outside linebackers?
Special teams. That's any backup spot we have in our team is all the value of special teams and where those guys going to play. So if you're going to be a backup player here, you're going to play on team. So that's where that is. You know, right now I think at our outside linebacker spot we have a lot of rush guys, not a lot of drop guys. The one drop guy we have is Connor Barwin. So you know, to keep a third rush guy, we kept Vinny. You know, kind of look at Vinny could play in that spot for us if possible, but to keep another rush guy that's not contributing on teams just wasn't going to help us, especially when you get to 46. So.
Could any of the outside guys move? I mean, could the inside guys move outside?
Yeah, and we'll cross-train them. You know, we'll cross-train Casey out there a little bit, just in case when you're at 46 in a game, you better have some versatility so that if somebody like Connor were to go down, you still have another guy who's a drop-type captain.
The fact that you're a little lighter on outside linebacker, is that an indication that you're not quite as close to the 3-4, 2-gap 3-4 as you'd hope to get at this point?
No, it's just what's available. You know, so you got to go with what it is. So we kept 5 inside linebackers. We want to keep 8 linebackers. We kept 5 inside and 3 outside. So.
The overall fit. Go ahead.
How close was the Allen Wolf? I mean, was Earl? Really
yeah, Earl's pushing. Yeah, you know, Earl's pushing and he'll play. You know, it's just, but right now Nate's a little bit ahead of him. So.
He'll play on special teams, or
no? He'll play at safety too.
Okay, special packages.
No, we just got to get him in the game.
Okay.
But it's not a special package where you know we have an Earl Wolf defense.
So you might just
he's
throw him out there.
He's going to go out there and play safety. Yeah.
Okay.
You plan on rotating him, sort of like they did in the preseason at all?
No, we're just going to play him. So I don't know the exact rotation. It's not a set thing, but we know we got to get Earl in at safety. So.
The overall feeling for you this first week of the first season for you, and just how do you approach it? How excited are you? How do you temper it? That kind of thing.
It's our first game, and we're excited. There's an energy around here. Our players are excited. Our staff's excited. Can't get ready to get. Got to get a lot of good work in this week from a prepared standpoint.
Well, for you personally, though, I mean, you've worked a long time to get to this. Giddy.
The Redskins games there offense quite a bit last year for Robert. How comfortable is it to what you saw at the college level, some of the concepts that they use?
I mean, they do some things that are comparable, but, you know, they ran the pistol, which we saw when we played Nevada, but, you know, not many people did that. So there weren't a lot of people running that offense at the college level either. So.
How much input does Michael Vick have into the offensive game plan this week?
Mike, I mean, we don't consult with Mike on what we do, but we always talk to all our quarterbacks. We did it through the whole preseason. What do they like? What do they like on third down? You know, what would you call in those situations? Because I think part of us making decisions on what we're going to do is what they feel comfortable doing. You know, because none of us on the coaching staff are playing the game. So we talk to our quarterbacks all the time, but Mike's not in their game plan with us.
So do you have a guy on the roster?
It's been a while since you've been an underdog in a game. What is that kind of like? I mean, it's.
We don't pay attention to that, so I've never looked at we were the favorite or we were the underdog. I've never, you know, I don't go in there and telling our guys what points spread is before the game. I don't think that has nothing to do with. I don't think any player's mindset is like that. So, you know, our coaching staff mindset's not like that. So,
Matt Barkley will run your scout team to be the quarterback. Right?
Yep.
Okay, who will you have? Do you have a guy?
Matt and Nick will, we'll rotate those guys. So.
Do you have a guy that you'll use to kind of simulate our tricks? We already have a running quarterback.
No, but our guys see it all the time, and we do 1 versus 1, so they're going to get a chance to see our one defense will go against Mike, so they'll get a chance to see Mike in those situations. So we do a lot of work on our in Wednesday and Thursday 1 versus 1, so they'll get a chance to see it a little bit from that standpoint. I think that'll help us a little bit.
What do you expect from RG? What do you expect from RG?
About preparing the defense. Is he preparing for who RG3 was, for who you think RG3 is now, for that kind of stuff?
I think we got to prepare for what we've seen on film. You know, if we start trying to dream up, you know, what we predict we think he may be, I think we're gonna, you know, fool ourselves. If I was him and we had this, we should do this, and you know, what they ran on tape and what we've seen out of him, he's obviously an extremely dangerous person. You know, with the ball in his hand, both throwing it, running it. We got to prepare for him. So.
Well, you think Michael Vick is still a franchise quarterback?
I don't know what the term franchise is. I know he's the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback. And if that's a franchise, then the answer is yes.
Does Michael Vick have to be prepared for extra hits because apparently the league allows you to take shots at quarterbacks when they're faking a run the other way? I mean,
yeah, but I think any quarterback has to be prepared for hits if they're carrying out fakes. That's just the way the rule is in the game. So whether I handed it off and was carrying out a bootleg fake, the way the rule is, you know, those guys have to make sure that they're aware of that they can be hit. So we've talked to Mike about that. We didn't see anything in the preseason that would make us nervous about guys just teeing off on a guy that doesn't have a ball in his hand. So.
Do you think that could